before I dive into the playoffs, I want to take a moment to recognize the 4 eliminated teams. Dave Gunn, Clear Diamonds. For the second year in a row, you finished towards the bottom. You were the second lowest scoring team and ranked at the top in points scored against. Over half your team was either injured, inconsistent, or just straight up underperformed at best. Hey, listen, it took me 5 years before I got a taste of fantasy football playoffs, so I know better years are on the horizon for you. And speaking of better years, what a difference 1 year makes for Double Beans No Rice. Just barely missing second place last year, Mikey D just barely missed going to last place this year. What happened? Well, the third lowest scoring team doesn't help, and the most points scored against you definitely doesn't help me either. He cost himself one game for sure due to poor league management, but most of it was just a ton of bad luck playing high scoring teams. And just like Clear Diamonds, a lot of inconsistencies and underperforming players. Jennifer, my ball Zach Ertz, she definitely wants to put this season behind her. She strung together 3 straight wins earlier in the season, but then proceeded to lose her last 6. What went wrong? She's right near the top in points scored against, but ranks dead last in points scored, and it wasn't even close. She averaged only 93 points a game, which is a Heights record, unfortunately. And lastly, the doll maker. How in the hell are you in 9th place? You were the highest scoring team in the league a week ago. What the hell?
It certainly does suck.
Yes, it does suck. Okay, so the playoffs. We'll start with first place Carrie and one-time at Bandcamp, facing off against Lucas and the Black Teeth Gold Crowns, who just barely snuck in as an 8 seed, keeping his 6-year playoff appearance streak intact. Lucas has struggled a bit as of late, losing his last 3 in a row, as Carrie can do no wrong as she is rolling into the playoffs with a 6-game winning streak. She definitely had a few lucky wins, as her record is definitely anchored by her least points scored against her, as where Lucas ranks towards the top in that category. Regardless of the records, this matchup pits 2 of the longest tenured Heights teams together in what could be a sleeper.
Keep him like that for a little while. Because he's all right, he's just sleeping. He's sleeping. Really, I was a sleeper hole. He'll be all right. He's waking up now.
Nah, see what I did there? Sleeper? Yeah. Anyways. Alan and his second place Goblinator take on Dave Camacho and his Aliens Exist. Dave too has limped into the playoffs, losing 5 of his last 6 games. Alan, on the other hand, rides a dominant 7-game winning streak in his inaugural year in Heights Fantasy, with studs like Lamar Jackson, Chris Godwin, and hopefully Dalvin Cook anchoring his lineup. The Goblinator is a scary team to deal with. Dave will look to right the wrongs as he faces his toughest challenge yet.
Follow the rules of the book and you get where you're going in no time. Excuse me.
Hey Dave, however you want to get the upper hand is your business. One of Heights Fantasy's Ironman, 3rd place Mike Davis and the Danger Boys will take on 6th place Joe and, well, Joe Fro. Another lopsided matchup on paper, as Joe has lost 3 of his last 4, while Mike has been rolling, winning his last 6 games in a row. Joe definitely has the slight upper hand with DeAndre Hopkins and Allen Robinson for his receiving corps, while Mike sports arguably the best running back squad in the league with Leonard Fournette, Christian McCaffrey, and Mark Ingram.
You about ready to do some kissing, eh?
Pucker up there, Joe Fro. It's going to be a long weekend for you, buddy. And my pick for potential matchup of the week goes to the 4th place Sarah and the Cleveland Clowns, squaring up against the 5th place Mario and Luigi's. Why potential matchup of the week? Well, for one thing, it's the only matchup that is not lopsided on paper. Both of us sport the same 8-5 record. Both of us are almost 30 points apart in points scored, and 30 points apart in points scored against. Sarah has won her last 4 in a row, while the Mario and Luigi's have won their last 3. Sarah has definitely made a statement in her Heights Fantasy inaugural year. It should be a hell of a matchup.
Hallelujah! Holy shit!
Longfellow, Couldn't have said it better. And with that said, good luck to all the teams and may the best Mario and Luigi win.